Hello YouTube and welcome back to Memphis, site to what will be, I think, race number 14 of the 2009 NRSL Hooters Series schedule. And again, I'm flying solo for this one, as on the front row today will be Jesse James in the 911 Memorial Ford alongside Sheila Shear. Carl Hopper will start alongside Jesse Savage in row 2 with Aubrey Scott, Befode Sacco row 3. Amanda Evans and Mohammed Zain Abdullah make up row 4 with Mike Trout and Matt Dixon in row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I go through the point standings. Matt Dixon, who starts 9th, is our points leader, the only two-time winner this season. And we'll start, or he comes in this one, 32 points ahead of former champion Alex May in the 60. Enzo Nareza is a very nice 69 points back in third. Brian Hart, 76 back with Ashley LaPlante, 85 points back. That is the top 5. Rest of the top 10 is Befode Sacco, Tita McCoy, Alja Baranauskas, Daniel Giderook, and Jesse Turner. As far down as Befode Sacco can leave here as the points leader. Final row is Henrietta Fitzwater and Joey Miles. So we saw it was a little bit of an interesting truck race. As before I continue with that, let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
So as we saw with the truck race, the race leader was able to kind of break away a little bit and not really have too much of contest. You see some of the skid marks from a practice crash. But basically, hopefully this won't be that same way, and we'll see a little bit of a contest here for the race lead. As the field makes their pace lap here, we'll just kind of stay alongside and not really say much. Or, sorry, I don't have much else to add on to it, basically. Either way, the pace car will pull off, leaving the field under control of the 911 Ford with Jesse James behind the wheel. And we are green for the Walking in Memphis 250. You see already, that is about the same thing we saw with the truck race, but that outside line trying to fight back. Sheila Shear trying to battle the 72 as they go off into turn number 3. But it is going to be Jesse James that leads lap 1. Carl Hopper grabs second away from the 1. Single file for the top 3 as they go into turn number 1. Befode Sacco, though, is going to get by his Braun Racing teammate, Jesse Savage. And now wants third spot away from Sheila Shear. Matt Dixon thinks about 3 wide. It's going to be a Braun Racing sandwich but around Zain Abdullah. As they go down in turn number 1, a lot of brake checking there. And Amber Garrison sees a light at the end of the tunnel there to try and get Zain Abdullah for 7th. Meanwhile, Dixon's going to get 5th spot away from Jesse Savage. And Befode Sacco's up to 2nd. Hopper's going to try and drive it off into turn 3. Sheila Shear unable to really challenge that one. So it looks like our top 6 now single file for the time being. Garrison clears Zain Abdullah into turn 3 for 7th. Card Pollard tries to now take a spot away from the 5. Can't quite get there. Zain Abdullah now trying to re-pressure Garrison for 7th. And Hopper trying to get back to the back bumper of the 10. Meanwhile, back here around the 12th spot, we find Oriole Pollard, who is this week's honorary Pollard in the 80, as this has been the car with the most driver switches. Tried to get a spot away from Xavier Rain, couldn't quite get it, and now under attack from Tita McCoy. Looks like Hunter Hollis is going to get by the 79. That is Trevor Germain. 3 wide back here with 2 of the Baker Curb cars. Sophia Fragniti, Alex May, and that's Mike Trout on the outside. Now Alex May trying to get a spot away from his Roush teammate Aubrey Scott into turn number 1. Looks like May's going to be able to use his knowledge as being a past champion here to his advantage. This is the battle for 17th. Meanwhile, Oriole Pollard finally gets underneath Xavier Rain. Hunter Hollows gets by Tito McCoy as well. And looks like Oriole Pollard's going to have this spot down in turn number 1. Can Hunter Hollows follow through? No. As that is the answer to that question, as Oriole Pollard now sets his sights on the 15 of Amanda Evans. Hollows not giving it up, though, now trying to take a peek at the 90. But not going to have anything going for him into turn number 1. Or will he? It's going to be on the exit of turn 2. Here comes Hollows in the 50. This inside that top 15 right now, as it looks like there's a battle up here. Yes, there is. Jesse Savage trying to get by Sheila Shear for 5th. Couldn't quite make the move stick. And here comes Matt Dixon now looking for 3rd as the Braun Racing cars are on the move with the 10 and 32 again. These two have been two of our better guys, as evident by the fact that they are both top 6 in the points this season. Carl Hopper just needing a good run to try and find his way into the top 30 in owners' points. This car was one of our Garga home cars this week. And Hunter Hollows now trying to get by Amanda Evans. Not back by, that would be for 12th. As Evans slows massively at the start-finish line. Doesn't seem to be an issue with the car as Xavier Rain now gets by. Oriole Pollard was able to get by for the 11th spot there in the 80. And Card Pollard thinking about a move on the 80 on the 5. Battle for the top spot as Matt Dixon has gone by his Braun Racing teammate Befode Sacco for the 2nd spot and now has his sights set on that 72 Ford. Trying to find any way around him he can. Befode Sacco being gapped now by these top 2 though. Carl Hopper goes wide a little bit. Can't quite make the move or make any move on it. Matt Dixon just continues to pressure the 72. Matt Dixon loves the short tracks and usually is one of those drivers that you have to compete with when it comes to these tracks that are under 1 mile in length, and it's showing yet again here today. Meanwhile, I want to check in back here. You have Sophia Fragniti trying to get 21st spot away from Quinton Moore. As looks like she should be able to do that here. Also, you had Mike Trout battling with Alge Baranowskis and Brett Kenningberg. That battle goes to 27, and Fragniti is clear. So move the 37 now up in towards the top 20. Now looking for that 20th spot on the 91 of Chloe Strong, who was well, for lack of better words there, had a strong showing in practice on the speed charts, but it doesn't seem to have correlated to the race yet, as now Chloe Strong finds herself in the 21st spot. Mike Trout looks like he's going to get by Quinton Moore now for the 22nd position. And now he sets his sights on that 91 Chevy. Quinton continues to follow back, though, is now under attack from Baranowskis, who carries Cup experience, but this track new to everyone, as this is the first time that the Hooters Series competitors have run this track. Only the 2nd time ever for the series, with the first time being yesterday. Chloe Strong, though, not settling, as now she wants to spot back inside the top 20, gets it by Fragniti. And it looks like we've got a battle up front. Maybe is Matt Dixon found new life. Goes to that outside line. Can't quite make the move work yet. PJ Tiscala not running all that strong, but had to showcase this car, as this is one of the few weeks where they've actually had some sponsorship on this car. Unfortunately, not finding their day all that easy for them as Tuscala comes into this one 13th in the points, but this is not going to help them find their way back into the top 10. Sky Commons trying to get by Lane Sanders for 33rd, so whatever plan Lane had today is not going well. What a dive into turn 1, though, to get the 33rd spot back from Sky Commons. Joey Miles now is going to pass Tuscala for 35th. And battle for 30th between Irene Namer, Roy Ribbleton, and maybe even a battle for 29th when you include Enzo Nereza in it. That 18 car. Not a good day for third in points, apparently. Is going to lose ground to Matt Dixon, as Dixon basically gapping everyone that is not named Jesse James today. George Teague now also under threat from Benjamin Ice, as Ice grabs the 26th spot away from the 98 car, or at least completes the pass. And now Ice setting his sights on that 89 Chevy of Quentin Moore. This is the battle for 25th. Not gonna quite make it work. Chloe Strong stuck on the outside again, as now Mike Trout looks for 20th on Aubrey Scott, as looks like the 17 is really the cork in the bottle back here for this train of cars. So we'll see if Trout can get by the 17 and if that releases some of these drivers back here. Fragniti going to take another shot at this 91 car. Although I don't think it's going to work for either the 27 or the 37 into turn 1. Strong trying to go around the outside. Trout takes a look now again at the 17. Can't quite make the move work into turn 3. Strong trying to make the move work around the outside of the 27. Can't hold it there for too long, but now dives it back into turn 1. Fierce battle for 20th between the 17, 27, and 91 cars here. As Trout gonna use the bumper there on Aubrey Scott through turns 3 and 4. Can't clear though, and that might be advantage Aubrey Scott into turn 1. It is. But Trout's gonna be farther along on the exit of turn 2 this time than he has been. Meanwhile, Bafode Sacco's gone back by Matt Dixon for 2nd. We've missed that battle. Chloe Strong now sets her sights on the 17. Fragniti goes around the outside. And now Chloe Strong's going to get by Aubrey Scott. So I think that was indeed the case, where Aubrey Scott was basically the cork in the bottle back here for the battle for 20th. We'll see how far back the 17 can or will fall now. As dives it in, but Fragniti's gonna have the move through turn 2. Aubrey Scott's desperately gonna try and find a way back to the inside line, but that hole's gonna be filled now by Baranowskis. And I don't think this hole's gonna fill up anytime soon for Aubrey Scott. Well, she might find a hole here, but ahead of the 2, thanks to that dive bomb into turn 1. So 17 back to the 22nd spot. He mentioned missing that battle for 2nd. Here was that battle with Bafode Sacco Matt Dixon. You see he got the run off turn number 2. Makes the move down over into turn 3, and we'll have that pass complete as they come off turn number 4. Did he? Yes, he did. Dixon, I don't think, really fought that one overly hard, considering it was his teammate. And now Bafode Sacco sets his sights on the race leader, Jesse James. Battle just outside the top 10. You have Hunter Hollows, Amanda Evans, but also have Tina McCoy and Xavier Rain going at it, but now that one kind of fizzles out a little bit. Evans trying to take a peek, can't keep it there. Oriel Pollard trying to attack Card Pollard, or the other way around, one or the other. Card Pollard back up to 9th. Oriel Pollard not giving it up into turn number 1. Oriel has the track time yesterday with the Truck Series and trying to put it to good use here today, battling his relative in the 86. trying to go around the outside, loses the nose, I think, though, off turn number 4. Can't quite keep it there. So give the 86 that 9th spot back. Jesse Savage going to take a shot here at Mohammed Zainadullah. That is the battle for 7th spot here. As Jesse Savage with a solid run. Unfortunately, his one of the Braun cars this week failed to make the race. That was the 43 of Keith Stevens that was running Braun colors this week. And that now combo effort between them and Baker Curb. As Oriole Pollard's going to try and get the spot back from Card Pollard. And that is for 9th as Jesse Savage continues to work the 5 of Mohammed Zainadullah through 3 and 4. And Card Pollard's going to take advantage of this, try and get 2 for 1 here through 1 and 2. But not going to be able to work as he does get the 80 for now. Now around the outside of Jesse Savage. Can't quite make the move work. He will clear Oriole Pollard, though, off turn number 3. And never mind. Here comes Oriole Pollard to the inside through 1 and 2. Very fierce battle here, as we might have the battle for 2nd as well, or I thought we did. So we go quickly back to this battle here with Oriole Pollard, Card Pollard, and Oriole is going to get the spot for 9th. Battle just inside the top 30. Roy Ribbleton trying to get the spot away from Irene Namer. Brian Hart might try and follow through as well. Saw another battle up here. It is Benjamin Ice trying to get the 24 spot away from George Teague. Teague loses the nose heavily, though, through 1 and 2. And we've got, oh, that's why, we've got pit stops. A lot of pit stops here on lap 43. That hands the lead over to Matt Dixon. So, when do these drivers pit, and will tires mean anything here today? Although I say that, and we see that there's a full second of fall off, and now everyone else gonna pit this next time through. Looks like so. We'll bring you back when the pit stop cycle's over. And after the pit stop cycle, it was still Jesse James leading. Oriole Pollard losing a ton of ground in the pit cycle, though he's nearly a lap down. Bafode Sacco is in 2nd as we watch the battle for the potential race lead as the leaders deal with lap traffic, who's now going to be also on fresher tires than the leaders. Bafode Sacco gets back in line. It is Matt Dixon 3rd. Tito McCoy is up to 4th. Hunter Hollows 5th. Sheila Shear, Benjamin Ice, Card Pollard, Xavier Rain, and Irene Namer the top 10. Then it's Joey Miles, Alan Bleck, Roy Ribbleton, Sky Commons, Quinton Moore, not Alex May. Henrietta Fitzwater's up to 16th. A lot of interesting things happening with the pit cycle, apparently. Brian Hart, Mike Trout, Lane Sanders, and PJ Casella, the top 20. There are just 29 lead lap cars. It's Enzo Areza, Brett Kenningberg, Daniel Gitterick, Jack Ribbleton, Jesse Turner, Carl Hopper, Chloe Strong, Amanda Evans, Ace Rogers, John Irvin make up the lead lap cars. And a few drivers 2 laps down, including that are Alger Baranowskis and Aubrey Scott. So I'm not exactly sure what transpired on pit lane, but yeah, definitely not ideal for some drivers as Ace Rogers now goes a lap down in 29th spot. And meanwhile, Matt Dixon trying to close in on the race lead. And now we have very differing pit strategies and a very different look to this race. Right now, though, the best battle on track is this battle for 9th place between Xavier Rain and Card Pollard. We are going to keep a track of the battle for the race lead if that should ever develop, or even just a battle inside top 5. As Xavier Rain, I think, pit before Card Pollard, which might make this move a little bit more difficult. Joey Miles trying to also pressure Irene Namer for 10th. And just bizarre pitch strategy apparently. Let's see, Jesse Savage was the driver that was up in the top 5. He's now a lap down in 36th. Here comes Alan Bleck in this battle for 10th as he tries to take advantage of the 55 using a pretty poor line. 32 is matching the lap times of the leader somewhat. So I am noticing that as we're now under 10 laps to go. So we won't take any more breaks. We will try and follow this battle for 9th and keep an eye on 3rd place Matt Dixon. Here comes Joy Miles now taking a look for the 10th spot. Can't quite make the moves work into turn 1. Alan Bleck's not going to be close enough either to take advantage of it. We go up to the race leaders. Dixon now caught in a little bit of lap traffic in the form of Joshua Osborne. 72 is still kind of free and clear of lap traffic, unlike the 10, who has 3 lap cars in front of him. And now also a 4th one that's catching him. Oh! Henrietta Fist one, and that might be a caution! It is! Caution flag flies here in Memphis. Oh no! And Jesse James has to be saying, you've got to be kidding me. So the engine goes up in smoke on car 33, and the caution flag will fly, setting up a dramatic finish potentially to this race. I know that the officials, what they're going to try to do is get the lap cars out of the way as best they can. But we'll take a break and then bring you back for the restart. Unfortunately, with the cleanup that was required for the engine explosion down the front straightaway, we couldn't get back in time for green flag racing in regulation. So unfortunately, it is now a green-white checkered with the lead lap cars in the race. 99 got the free pass, worth mentioning. But we are set to go, and green flag is back out, and we're underway for 2 laps here in Memphis. It's Matt Dixon, though, that's going to try to go for 2nd. That's what Jesse James needed up front. Trying to set sail and dominate here in Memphis. 3 wide, maybe for 3rd through 3 and 4. On the exit of 4, they are 3 wide between the 50, the 75, and the 10. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. And it looks like it's going to be all Jesse James here today. No one had anything. Matt Dixon, the only other driver to lead laps, he only led 2. And Jesse James is walking in Memphis tonight with 10 feet off of Beal. And it will be behind him. Matt Dixon 2nd, Bafode Sacco, Hunter Hollis, Tito McCoy, Benjamin Ice, Sheila Shear, Xavier Rain, Card Pollard, and Joey Miles, the top 10. But a dominant effort for Jesse James, and he is now a 2-time winner in the Hooters Series, as he won last year at Richmond and now is a winner at Memphis. So another short track actually for him. Ace Rogers only able to get 27th. How about Benjamin Ice, actually? I'm just now thinking about this. From 37th to 6th in this one, and an amazing effort. With no one beside me, I don't have really anyone else to really throw it to give final thoughts. So with that said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. Congratulations to Jesse James on his win here at Memphis. You've been watching production of the NRSL. And with all that said, we'll see you guys next time.